Mardi Gras. Carnival in New Orleans, I'm outside. Everybody talking about boy, you're so cold. There's only one super Sunday, it ain't the Super Bowl. Arizona has been working for the Mardi Gras. Carnival in New Orleans, I'm outside. Everybody talking about boy, you're so cold. There's only one super Sunday, it ain't the Super Bowl. Arizona has been working for the Mardi Gras. Carnival in New Orleans, I'm outside. Everybody talking about boy, you're so cold. There's only one super Sunday, it ain't the Super Bowl. Arizona has been working for the Mardi Gras. Carnival in New Orleans, I'm outside. Everybody talking about boy, you're so cold. There's only one super Sunday, it ain't the Super Bowl.
Yeah, this your boy Big Two. Check it out, but I thought you knew. This war we be on your boy Big Two. Check it out, but I thought you knew. This started biting out you boy Big Two. What you tell them? You already know. All my ladies, what you tell them? You already know. All my fellas, what you tell them? You already know. Put your L's in the sky, fuck the way. Game over, what we tell them? You already know. Let it be what you tell them? You already know. Before we be what you tell them? You already know. Put your L's in the sky, fuck the way. Downtown, where you at? Fuck with me. Uptown, where you at? Fuck with me. What's fake in the building? Fuck with me. In the city, yeah, you rock, fuck with me. All the money making ladies, fuck with me. All the money making fellas, fuck with me. If you rollin' like a dog, fuck with me. Before we can make you all on the block, that rock low with it, rock high with it, rock low with it, rock high with it.
My hot girl and your hot girl was sitting by the bayou. My hot girl to your hot girl, I got a hot boy that is fire. Talking about a hot boy, a hot boy, won't you make noise? I see the first time Billy got some hot boys. Hit it from the 10 wall, won't you make noise? I see the same summer Billy got some hot boys. Hit it from the 4 wall, won't you make noise? I see the outer where Billy got some hot boys. Hit it from the 3rd wall, won't you make noise? I see the Cali Billy got some hot boys. Hit it from the 9th wall, won't you make noise? I see the 9 Billy got some hot boys. Hit it from the 7th wall, won't you make noise? I see the St. Bernard Billy got some hot boys. Hit it from the 13, won't you make noise? I see the Bishop Billy got some hot boys. Hit it from the 6th wall, won't you make noise? I see the North Key Billy got some hot boys. Hold up, stop that track. Put them 2 trigger mans on so we can get done with the nigga. We're all the hot boys and the hot girls. We gonna do something like this. Check this out. Follow me now, cause I'm a hot boy. Follow me now, cause I'm a hot boy. You bang real fast, them niggas don't like that. If you know you're looking shy and you think you're wild, they don't like that. And if you tan it up from your chest to your back, them niggas don't like that. If you and your girl cool and you let her wear your shoes, I said them niggas don't like that. I said them niggas don't like that. Come with me. Every other city we go, on, 20-inch chrome.
Get your shine on, get your shine on.
You getting ready, and them girls wanna get sweaty.
Get your shine on, get your shine on.
You slugged at the top and you slugged at the bottom.
Get your shine on, get your shine on.
You represent your wall and you know that it's hard.
Get your shine on, get your shine on.
Say BL, nigga, get your shine on.
Get your shine on,
Get your shine on. Get your shine on. Get your shine on. From the third wall jump, from the fourth wall jump, from the seventh wall jump, from the ninth wall jump, from the 10th wall jump, from the 13th jump, from the 15th jump, from the 17th jump. Pronunciation, old side, new side, and if you talk to a trick, you will die. It is the city that is called a dope. Can it brother from the Chroma Guild? She's giving me love, oh love. 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 When I was young, my mother watched me as I played, and every night she got down on her knees and to the Lord she prayed for a son who will one day be up in this world, and that he grows old enough, strong enough to watch a baby girl. Back in those days, we've all done some bad, but my mother grabbed me by my shirt and smacked me on my back.
T stands for teaching, E stands for educating, and A stands for bringing awareness, and that's exactly what we are doing. Somebody put me in B flat because I feel like I'm about to go there. Oh, I feel my hip coming up.
All right, you guys. So, for those that's just coming on, I'm going to try to be really, really quick. Let me take this down because I'm going to talk about this in a minute. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Hope everything is good. I'm not even about to sit here and do no prolong. I'm not about to do no long intro. We have a situation, okay? And I'm about to make a decision. Because I need this to go through. So as you guys know, I have a competition coming up June 14th through the 15th. This competition was originally scheduled for May, but because I wanted to give the Detroit an option, which I don't think Detroit is happening. I really don't. I don't see any traffic. I'm not contractually obligated to having a show in Detroit. At this point, if Detroit happens, if there's 8 teams that register by April 27th, perfect. We'll have the Detroit competition. If not, I'm canceling the competition in Detroit. That's just, I don't have any contractual agreement. This one, I have a contractual agreement with the hotel. The contractual agreement basically states, you guys, that if I do not have this competition, that I would have to pay attrition cost. The attrition cost is out of this world. It's insane. Okay. So I had to come up with, I just literally got off the phone with the director and the manager of sales. I have to push the show. So what I'm going to do is, you guys normally know the registration fees are $25 per dancer. Okay. To make this show happen, I'm going to erase the registration fee for this competition to just $125 a team. $125 per team. No per dancer fee for this competition. $125 per team is what I'm going to do. I need at least 10 teams to register for this competition. All 10 teams are going to be required to stay at the hosting hotel. The hosting hotel has room rates of $149 per night. Okay. This is taking place at the Hyatt Regency Dallas Fort Worth International Airport, located at 2334 North International Parkway, Dallas, Texas 75261. Let me just kind of go also to say this hotel is at the airport. It's in Grapevine. If you guys are familiar with the Grapevine area, they have a lot of attractions for the whole entire family. You guys have a free shuttle, a complimentary shuttle to and from the airport departures and arrivals to get to the hotel, the hotel's physical location. It is also complimentary parking at the hotel. They also are going to be waiving, as long as you're able to put a credit card on file and be able to pay for at least one night. They are also waiving the $50 per night incidentals that you guys normally pay. So if you guys do decide that you want to charge something to the room, it's not going to be able to be charged. You're going to have to pay with your card. But I'm simply saying this to say that this has me under a lot of stress for this competition, because I am contractually obligated to fulfill this contract. I literally just got off the phone with the entire hotel, with the director of sales for the Hyatt and the manager, and they have not been seeing any pickup in rooms. They were wanting to know why. They wanted to know what was going on. Was the competition still going on? I'm trying to give them, I'm literally speaking for the Majorette community, and I'm trying to make sure that they understand and do not lose confidence that I'm still able to have this show and make this show happen. They are not really, I have a final meeting with them next Friday on the 26th. I need you guys to come through. There is no per dancer registration fee for this competition. I'm going to make sure that I put this out also in all of the Majorette groups. There is no per dancer registration for the It's Showtime Live and the D competition. Registration is $125 per team. $125 per team. I've never did $125 registration per team. But because I have to take myself out of this and put my own personal feelings aside and go ahead and still have this competition happen, you guys, I need the teams to come through. I need everybody to tag all of the Dallas, all of the Houston, the Mesquite, the Fort Worth, any teams. I need you guys to tag those Texas teams especially. I need you guys to come out. This will be the second time that I'll try to host a dance competition in Dallas. And it kind of, let me take this down. I'm trying to remain optimistic, and I'm trying to remain positive about this, because I have never thrown on a competition in Dallas. I've thrown on a competition in Houston, but I've never thrown on a competition in Dallas. Everything that I just stated to you guys, it hinges on the Dallas competition. There is no per dancer fee for Dallas. The registration per team is $125. I need to make sure the registrations are going forward before I get to that meeting with them next Friday. So I need people that are serious about competing. I need people that are serious about coming. Again, the room rate is $149. That room at the Hyatt Regency is normally $249. So you guys are literally getting $100 difference in the actual group rate. The incidentals, they're waiving the incidentals. Incidentals are normally $50 per dancer. Incidentals are normally $50 per room per night, but they're waiving the incidentals so that we can go ahead and bring more people in. You guys, there is a lot hinging on this. I'm about to be pushing this show like I've never pushed the show before. I need those Dallas teams. I need those Texas teams. I need you guys at this competition. I have to have 10 teams registered and ready to book their rooms by next Friday. This is a very serious This is a very, that's why I said there's not going to be any per dancer fee. No per dancer fee for this competition. The registration is a flat $125 per team. That's it. $125. That's it. It's no per dancer fee. I have to be able to have these teams come in, but I have to be able to tell this hotel, look, I pushed all I could push. I did everything I could. With all the pushing I did, I was able to get 10 teams to register for the competition. We have 10 amazing teams coming to Dallas, Texas to compete June 14th through the 15th. If I have to even take the day down to one day, depending on the team, like I said, I don't want to be there all night, but we have a mini division, we have a combined division, and we also have this for the new and pro divisions. So new divisions can go on Friday. Pro divisions can go on Saturday with the awards. You guys, I have to have these 10 teams locked in. If I have never asked y'all to come through before for a show, this is the time for I need all of those teams to come through. If you are in the Oklahoma area and you can get to Dallas, Texas, that would be great. I need the teams to come in, you guys. I am really, really serious about this because attrition is not what I am trying to pay. And my thing that kind of disturbs me a little bit about the whole situation is I've done my part. I have provided nothing but amazing venues for the Majorette community. I have provided nothing but professionalism. I need those teams to come back and I need you guys to return the favor to me. I need you guys to come through. Y'all, if I tell y'all how much that attrition cost will be, it will blow your mind. I would have to literally have shows to pay off that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to say, you know what? We came through. The teams came through. The Majorette communities came through. I do have an adult division. I have an adult division. I'll post it back in there, Scooter, but I do have an adult division. There is an adult division. If I have to make another flyer, that's fine. Just specifically for the adults, that's fine. I need y'all to come through for Dallas. I have moved the date. The date is June 14th through the 15th. I have moved the date. What else can I do? I have removed the per dancer fee. There is no per dancer fee for Dallas. $125 registration. That team that did register, I will be refunding them back the difference of that amount. There is already a few teams that have shown interest. Y'all, I really need y'all to come through. I don't know how else to say this. I need 10 teams that are serious about competing in June to register by Wednesday. I need 10 teams. Y'all, there is not, I don't know what else to do. I like really when I'm looking at this whole scenario, y'all, I have done my job. What more do people want? What more do they want? I'm really, really, like I said, and I told them today, you guys, I'm really trying to stay optimistic about it. I'm really trying to remain optimistic about it. But it's so hard because them people don't care about us not supporting. They don't care about what they only going by is off the paper. That's all they're going off of. They only want to see if the numbers make sense. These people are going out on a limb to say, you know what, we're providing her. And I can't argue with that. They blocked out the space for us. We have everything is a one-stop shop. You guys, everything is at the hotel. Y'all don't have to spend extra money going anywhere else because everything is hosted at the hotel. Everything is done at the hotel. Your room is at the hotel. Your dressing areas is at the hotel. The competition is held at the hotel. Everything is laid out on a carpet for you guys. I just need y'all teams to register. The adult division will go down on Friday. The mini in the junior division, the new division will go down on Friday. The main divisions will go on Saturday. You guys, it's laid out for y'all. What else do y'all want? I need the Majorette community to come through for Dallas, Texas. That's it, Tyrone. If you guys are going to sit on my page and look at the Majorette Tea and look at everything that go down, and y'all know y'all got teams that y'all could bring. Y'all know y'all got teams, and y'all know who y'all are. I'm not trying to be funny, but this has come down to a very serious thing. I am under a contractual agreement with that hotel. Thank you, Scooter. I see it, baby. Thank you so much. I am in a contractual agreement. If I do not reach my contractual agreement, I'm going to be faced with attrition costs, and I cannot have that. Especially when I've provided something for you guys as such as a Hyatt. I need y'all to come through. There is no questions, if, ands, or buts about it. I need the dance team, the dance community, adult dance teams. The show is June 13th through the 14th. I've been advertising it. I've been promoting it on my page. I'm not understanding what's going on. The adult division will go on that Friday with the new division. The pro division will go on that Saturday with the awards. I need the teams to come through. If I did not ask of anything of y'all before, this is a time for y'all to really, really honestly show that y'all support me. Seriously. I can't do nothing else. My prize money is always in your hand. My trophies are always top notch. My judges are always top notch. My venue is always top notch. My packet makes sense. I don't change any rules. What is the problem? Is it personal? I need to know. What is going on? This is the flyer. This is what I've been advertising. We have mini division. We have combined division. We have an adult division. What else is it going to take? I don't know what else to do. And I'm trying to like calm myself down, not get emotional, not get upset, because hearing what them guys were saying on that conference call today really kind of struck me, because they don't care about the numbers per se for me. They just want to know that I'm able to fulfill my contractual agreement with that hotel. But after this, I can't. And this is the thing. When I have a competition and I don't have a hosting hotel, people ask me, well, Jasmine, do you have a hosting hotel? Well, what was going on when I did have a hosting hotel? Because a lot of them, y'all, I had to pay. Hyatt Regency Schaumburg, for instance, and they didn't agree with what they did. He said we wouldn't have charged you that. Hyatt Regency Schaumburg. I had the competition in the Midwest. Out of them teams that came, there was 5 people. 5. I only had to reach 80% of my contractual agreement. The 80% fell under 1%, 79%. That hotel charged me $5,000 because 5 people had credit cards on file. When they tried to run them because they did a no-show, they tried to charge a credit card. The credit card declined because they didn't have the money. So that fell on me, and I had to come out of my pockets to pay that hotel $5,000. They don't care about nothing else. I don't want to have to go through that again. And if I have to stop hosting competitions at hotels because of this, I will. I'm not going to keep putting out money and putting out resources and putting out amazing venues for y'all at hotels if this is what I'm going to get back. They don't care about the other junk. They just want to know that come that day, from the check-in time to the checkout time, we are going to have you guys in the building. That's all they care about. They don't want to cancel the show. I don't want to cancel the show. So I said, well, this is what I'll do. I'll push the show for this week. I will try to get us 10 teams per division if I can. 10 teams per division to register for this show. If I could get 10 teams, he said, Jasmine, he said, we will not charge you the $10,000 deposit. He said, if you can go ahead and get the teams in there, cool. I said, okay, so if that means I have to go in and say, you know what? I'm not going to charge per dancer fee for this team, for this competition. It'll be a flat $125 registration. I want to see how many teams register. Matter of fact, let me post my Cash App in. Let me see who's going to register. Let me see if anybody out there is going to put their teams in a competition. I just posted the Cash App. I just posted a Cash App. $125 registration is what it's going to be. This is for the adult division. This is for the mini division. This is for the junior division. This is for the new division and the pro division. I just posted the Cash App. Because, y'all, I cannot play attrition costs, especially when I've done my due diligence to making sure that I provide a beautiful venue for y'all to compete in that has AC, that has rooms. Like, come on. What do y'all want me to do? So I said, you know what? I'll go out on a limb. I won't even charge my regular registration. My regular registration before was $250. I said, okay, well, if it's the money that is in, okay, let me take my registration fee down. Let me not even charge per dancer fee for Dallas, because that competition, having that competition is that in Dallas is worth a lot more to me, and not having to cancel because teams are not registered. So let me go ahead and stop, take myself out the equation. Don't charge a per dancer fee. Hey, Risa, don't charge a per dancer fee. Let me just go ahead and charge a flat registration fee, $125. Let me charge a $125 registration fee and be done with it. Let me see how many teams will send their registration in. Adult teams. Let's see how many. Again, y'all have to understand too. Tracy, I'm glad you're on. Where is y'all support? Where is the Texas support? Where? Y'all contact. This. Lord Jesus, please, y'all, please, Lord, please contain my emotion. Let me bring it down. Let me think about what I'm gonna say before I say it. Y'all contact me when y'all got stuff going on in y'all area. Y'all want me to report what y'all got going on, people that have done things to your team or have done things to you. Y'all want me to report that. Texas, y'all have reported people to me to go on the podcast. I need that same energy in return to y'all gonna support this competition. This is what I need. This is what I need the Majorette community to do. I need you guys to register your team, $125 registration for June 14th through the 15th. This is adult teams. This is mini juniors, mini teams. This is junior, and I need y'all to register for this show. I am waiting for y'all registrations. I am going to challenge everybody on here to see if y'all can register y'all team. I can't keep doing this to myself. I can't keep doing this to myself. I have no words. All I could do, y'all, is just push the show. That's the only thing I could do. At this point, all I could do is just push the show. I can't do nothing else. Y'all, I am mentally drained. That meeting was so hard to have with the men because I literally had to tell them what's going on. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. Let me take that one off because that one is not. No, let me take that one off. I'm sorry. Let me not do that one. I don't know why. Let me take that one down. I need you guys to come through. I need you guys to come through. I need 10 teams to register for this competition. It's imperative. It is imperative that y'all register for this competition. It is imperative. Registration is $125. What? Yeah, I'm so. If I have to cancel this show, oh my gosh. If I have to cancel this show, Jesus. Y'all, this is a very, very this is very, very this is very detrimental. I have one team, Molly, that is paid for Dallas. One. And they come from Texas. They come from Mesquite, Texas. Excuse me. From Fort I just oh God. I'm so stressed. I am so stressed. Your registration fee is your registration fee because a part of that is to cover the venue space and other stuff. Don't beat yourself up about that because you put on fabulous shows regardless on who shows who doesn't. Keep doing your thing. Keep your head up. Thank you, Teresa. And I love that encouragement. I love that encouragement. So Teresa, I appreciate that. But it's just like when it comes down to it, I don't know what else to do. I really don't know what else to do. And then people are serious about that. They're going to have to charge attrition if I do not reach a certain amount. And the attrition is outrageous. Yeah. So the competition is in Dallas, Texas. The area is Grapevine. They have a lot of attractions in Grapevine, Texas, which is, like I said, is Dallas. They have things like the escape room. They have Meow Wolf, wine tasting. They have food places, obviously. They have a Crush It sports lounge. They have a Paint with a Twist. They have Legoland. They have SeaWorld. I'm trying to look up other things. Grapevine Mills is I'm assuming it's the mall. I'm just looking at the things to do. Yeah. When are y'all seasons for Majorette? Because dance studios have recital and in the team stuff in May. Next team starts in August. We don't go year round for team only training. I don't even think sometimes people have seasons. I think they may start maybe a month in the summertime, and then they'll start back up at the end of summer going into the next year. And again, I moved the show too because I was okay. I didn't realize that was Mother's Day weekend. So I was like, okay, so maybe it's Mother's Day weekend is the reason why they can't come. So let me move it back. Also, it'll give more teams an opportunity to be able to register and to be able to prepare. Yeah, I have not gotten anything else back. And I don't know what else to do. I did what I could on my end, and that was to take away the per dancer fee and just charge a flat $125 registration fee for Dallas. I don't know what else to do. This has me so it has me so far gone because I feel like I've stuck my neck out and told these people that I would be able to fulfill something that contractually it doesn't look like it's happening. I have until I won't even say next Friday. I will have until next Thursday, the 25th, to come back with a decision and tell them, hey, we have 10 teams registered. We're going to have the show. Teresa, I don't know. Because I feel like there is something. I don't want to think it, but it's something that I feel like is working against me because I'm like, I have done everything I possibly could to make sure that I provide the Majorette community with a safe place, both on the Majorette Tea as well as the competitions. My venues are not ghetto. They're not ran ghetto. My venues are not trashy. It's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. What more can I do? What more can I do? This shit is crazy. And again, I'm trying to remain optimistic. I'm trying to remain hopeful. I'm trying to, okay, Jasmine, don't give up. Don't, this shit is fucking hard. This shit is hard. And it's hard to still remain optimistic when you have done literally everything you can. It's so hard to remain optimistic. I'm literally showing y'all a vulnerable side, and I really don't like showing the side, but I just I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do to make this competition happen. I don't. I charge per dancer fees because I have to pay for staff, I have to pay for judges, I have to pay for police officers, I have to pay for DJ, I have to pay for a venue, I have to pay for trophies. All that stuff cost. I have to pay for insurance. People don't understand. I don't know what else to do, y'all. I don't know what else to do. But then people are not playing with me, and they were very serious. If I do not have anything positive to tell them by next Friday, they're going to go ahead and proceed with charging me the cancellation. Hello. I'm good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm actually on a podcast right now, so if you can just send me your email and I can shoot you over the details of like the registration information and stuff like that. Lady Jazz. Yes, ma'am. You can email or you can text this number and I can send the information over to you. Okay. You're welcome. Bye-bye. Oh, Jesus. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. I'm stressed. I'm so stressed, and I'm trying so hard not to cry because I have did absolutely what I'm supposed to do. I have done absolutely everything I was supposed to do. I don't know what else to do. And I've really feel with this majorette community, it is mm-mm. It's not even that, Tracy. It's the point that I had it in May. No one was biting but one team in May. And I thought, okay, maybe it was because it was on Mother's Day weekend. So the next available date that they had was the June 13th through the 14th. I'm like, okay, that's perfect. People always talking about they looking for shows and competitions in the summertime. So cool. The kids are out of school. Nobody is, everybody's trying to look for something to do. I can't keep doing this to myself. I cannot keep sticking I cannot keep sticking my neck out for the majorette community if I'm constantly getting the shit in the state. I just can't. If this is what it's gonna be, y'all can have it. And I'm saying that with every being in my body, y'all can have it. I am completely done. I'm completely done. I'm so done. I don't know what else to do. I'm under a contractual agreement. Okay, Diana, I'm under a contractual agreement. Only thing I was asking for was 10 teams. I have one team already registered, 9 more teams. Them people not studying nothing else. I can't keep saying it. Them men got on the phone and said, well, you know what? We hear it, we understand, but this is what the contract says. And unfortunately, if we don't have any positive aspects by next Friday when we have our final meeting to discuss what's going to happen going forward, we're going to have to charge you. And I'm going to tell y'all, the attrition is over $90,000. It's over that. And I'm over it. I don't know what else to say or do.
Hey, Jazz. So listen. Okay. Let me encourage you right now. Okay? Because this is, I told you about this now. Okay? Peaks and valleys in business is a real thing. There are ups and downs. There are highs and lows. There are ins and outs. I'll give you use myself. I always like to use myself as an example because nobody knows what it feels like to be in a 5-figure situation until they're in a 5-figure situation. I've been in multiple 5-figure situations, so I understand. When I did Buck or Die in Orlando, and I had it at that really big hotel, and that the flood came through, it was a hurricane came through Texas. It was Hurricane Harvey, came through Texas. My event, literally, it didn't shut down, but I ended up with a $67,000 bill, and it was because of the hotel, XYZ. But you can't. Mother Nature is Mother Nature. There was nothing I could do about that. But what I did that weekend, I got drunk with my friends. Me and Tyrus danced in the middle of the streets in Orlando. That was my first time being exposed to the sugar factory. I pulled my dress up over my head and walked down the street with my ass out, singing and dancing. Me, Lamont, Armand, Tyrus, Markwell. I had a good ass time. And I'm saying all of that because God always provides when you are in need, and you already know how this works. He's going to send you a ram in the bush every single time. And you got to be conscious of that. You got to stand faithful and stand in it and know that whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. That's number one. Number two, the majorette community is not against anybody that throws great shows. There are also peaks and valleys in our community. And I'm saying that because I am a coach and I am a director. I'm running my team. And sometimes I can't always take my team everywhere. During the summertime for Dancing Dolls, I can't speak for nobody else. But in the summertime for dancing dolls, I'm going to share this on my page because I think that everybody needs to see this. So the numbers are about to go up. In the summertime for dancing dolls trains in the summer. We have our boot camp during the summer. We have our rebuilding during the summer. We have auditions in February and March. So for us, I can't speak for anybody else, but for us during the summer, it's really hard for us. Other teams may look for events, but they may be looking for smaller events. They may not be looking for regionals or nationals, which is why I do my training camp type events during like in the summertime. Mm-hmm. And I charge less because people may not have a whole lot of money during the summer. I'm trying to find the politically correct way to say this. I don't think that you're doing anything wrong. I don't think that your events are wrong. I don't feel like your events are unorganized. I don't feel like you should change up anything that you're doing. I just don't feel like you should. Because when it's time for the light bulb to come on, the light bulb is going to come on and it's going to click. I promise you. Some teams, and we're still in this midst of trying to get people to understand the per dancer fees, the purpose of the per dancer fees, the purpose of the registration. Like we're still trying to get people to understand that. You have a lot of coaches that get a lot of pushback from their parents. And their parents have this, I want to go down the street. I want to go somewhere where I can drive. I don't want to go too far mentality. And that's okay. Which is why, I'm saying it from experience now because I coach. I got a bunch of kids and their mamas. I listen to what they have to say. Mm-hmm. We only do 2 events that we travel to per year, where it's far, where they got to get on a plane and they got to get there. Outside of that, if it's not driving distance, we're not going because I'm thinking about my parents' pockets. As a business owner, you're going to go through this. You're going to have a really good year. My Book or Die training camps, year before last, insane. OMG, insane. We had 10, 12 cities we did. Mm-hmm. And last year, we did about 7 or 8 cities, and it was just okay. How many cities did I do this year? I got 4.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I was down to 4.
We got Philadelphia, Arlington, Texas, Columbia, South Carolina, and we did Chicago. I didn't do more than that, because why? Why am I stretching myself thin being in all of these places? And I know that it may not benefit me because it didn't benefit me the year before. I lost a lot of money. You know, Norfolk, Virginia charged me $16,000 for one day. I just got a refund check because they owed me money back. And what was it, April of this year? I just got the refund check a couple days ago from what they owed me. But my point is, you got to find your market too. You got to figure out what market works for you. For me, my market is Ohio, period. My market is the DMV, Baltimore, Maryland, that whole Virginia, that's my market. Chicago, the Carolinas, and Texas. Oh, and Philly. And New York. My market. That's how I knew where to go. I'm not going anywhere else outside of that. Because if they want me, they're going to come to wherever I'm at. Mm-hmm. Which one of your markets has done the best? Which one? Whichever one of your markets has done the best, that's where you need to go back to every year. And maybe don't do so many. Maybe just say, I'm going to do 3. Here are my events in scene. If your Spooktastic does great, I will be doing a Halloween show every year. Boom.
That one normally does good. I mean, that the Spooktastic one, it is, even when I moved it to Richmond, it's gotten a lot of feedback.
Yep.
The Miami one, the first one got a lot of feedback. We had 19 teams.
But Miami is hit and miss. Also
it's hit and miss.
Yeah, it's been a lot of stuff. Even with us, when we did the Bring It Live tour the first year in Miami, we did good. But the second year, the numbers wasn't there. So they took it off the tour because it didn't make sense. Where we went to every year, we did Philadelphia and Brooklyn. We did 2 shows in Philly and 2 shows in Brooklyn every year for the Bring It Live tour. That's a market. So that's how I decided for Book or Die training camps. How am I going to do it? I went and looked at what Bring It Live tour did, what my previous shows did, what the numbers did. Where we always have a great feedback in Chicago. There's never been a year that we've done Chicago we haven't had great feedback. Detroit, we do really, really good in Detroit. We do really, really good in Philly. So that's why I go to the same places every year. Jacksonville, we did great. Duval County, we always do great there. But when we did the training camp there, it just wasn't great. Mm-hmm. The event was great. I had a good ass time. but the numbers just weren't where they're supposed to be. And from a business standpoint, I understand what you're saying, but politically too, I think that you should always maintain, like, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can say this publicly, you never want a motherfucker to see you sweat. You never want a person to feel like, oh, I got her ass, her event saying this, that, because it's not that. Because the truth is, if a person has never been in your shoes, they won't understand this. I get the business side of it. Because you're putting your events on at hotels because you want them to have access to a hotel, access to a restaurant, access to, you want them to have access.
You're thinking about them. You're thinking about what cost, in my mind, what will make sense if I was a parent.
Yeah.
Okay, if I don't have to spend money on travel per se to go to a venue, that's expensive. I don't have to worry about getting a rental.
But then if you're doing it that way and that's not working, shift your mindset to say, okay, I've done, because I used to do that.
Yeah.
When I started Booker Dye, I used to do that, but where are we now? We're in arenas and high school gyms, but the high school gym is going to be gorgeous. It's got to be nice or I'm not coming. Even down to collegiate gyms, because it's not working. People are now staying away from hotels because hotels cost too much. They're getting Airbnbs. They would rather do that. Like even with us, when I travel with Booker Dye, we're not staying in a hotel. We're at an Airbnb because I can get an Airbnb for $800 for 4 days versus paying $200 per night. You know what I'm saying? It's just cheaper. And then you gotta, I won't say that you're too accommodating because there's nothing wrong with that. I love a good concierge service, honey. Mm-hmm. We love that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't think that everybody understands what you're trying to do. They don't get it. I do, because I'm on the outside, I'm on the inside of it. I know what the amenities feel like when you walk in and you want it to feel lush and plush and you want it to feel all those things, but everybody's mindset is just not there. And there's nothing wrong with that.
And I get that portion too. That's why I had even said it kind of confused me, because when I didn't have them at the hosting hotel, they were asking, Jasmine, do you have a hosting hotel? Well, when I did have one, I'm having
one better. Diana, why you don't come here? Why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? I put the flyer out just to see who's going to bite. You don't register for it. So I don't do what's based off of what they're saying, because they'll talk and they won't do anything. And then I'm stuck holding the bag. I've done that before. Why you don't come to these small cities, blah, 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 blah. Beyonce picks the cities that she wants to go to. Rihanna, Missy, Sierra, Usher, they pick the cities that they want to go to based off of their market and what the numbers say. We love everybody. I love every dance team. I love 5, 6, 7, 8. Period. Turn on some music. Get it. Bucket. Kill. I want to see it all. Mm-hmm. But it's got to make sense financially and business-wise. On your end, you're taking a big bite and putting your name on a contract and putting yourself out there and maintaining all this responsibility. And that's a lot. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of risk to take without knowing that you're going to get the response back that you want to get. That's a lot. And I do feel like the vendor, the hotel, should be able to give you another date later in the year versus just charging you right now. They can do
that. We did talk about that. They said, well, Jasmine, they were like, could we possibly push it to another part of the year? I said, well, I only technically have one show in the fall. I said, I do know by the fall, a lot of teams are looking for HBCU shows, because it gives that fall feel. So I was like, maybe potentially I could do,
Not necessarily.
No, well, from what I've seen a little bit, I've seen, okay, anybody have an HBCU show? I know one big one. She's been trying to come to Coriel. She was like, if you can post one, if you can have one in the fall, we coming, but that's just one team out of, so I can't necessarily bank it just on one team. And you're right. I think in a point too, I'm a little bit more accommodating than I should be, because in my I'm like, that's, to me, I'm like, that's, if I'm thinking.
But you know what, Jasmine? You can do it in an arena. There's a lot of gorgeous arenas out there. Like right now, I have 3 facilities that I'm looking at for Brooklyn for my Labor Day weekend event. And I haven't posted it because it's between 3. One of them is a high school. I just talked about that, Molly. It's a really nice school. Mm-hmm. But I can take the amenities that are in the hotel and I can bring that same feel to the gymnasium. You can do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
we can talk about it off before we get on, because I'm not going to give nobody no business lesson on here. Yeah, but it's ways to do it to where you still have that same feel that you're going for. Like the school that I'm using in Texas, it has 3 gyms. 3. And the way it's set up is stupid. It's beautiful. But my thing is, I wanted that oh shit feeling when you walk in there, but I'm gonna add the other stuff that I need and I want for them to be able to have and feel and blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm saying? I think that if you're gonna do a hotel event, this is me, my personal opinion, do whatever you want. 1 hotel event a year, and that needs to be your nationals. Let that be your 1 event for the year. Everything else should be in gymnasiums. You can book gyms, keep your overhead low so that you're not stressed out if people don't register, because teams are going to register for what they want to register for. And being honest, now, maybe it's just me, because shit, I register for the person that's hosting, not necessarily the location, because I don't really care about the location. Because if the Tiger Race are hosting something, I'm coming. FADD, I'm coming. Black Ice, I'm coming. If you host something, I'm going to come. If DCL hosts something, I'm going to come. If Starstruck, Miss Lindsay, I'm going to try to come. If I'm not judging, I'm going to try to come. I'm coming for the host, because I know the host is going to put together a great event. I wouldn't give a damn if it's at a community center. I know that the host is going to put together a great event. It don't matter. People are coming for your events. They're not necessarily coming for the location. People to see what Terrell just said, I'm registering only for certified people. Just like Miss Molly, she made a point, have a gym and list the hotels that are near the venue, because I'm not going to be financially responsible for them not booked. Exactly. Like, okay, Jackson, Mississippi. We did the event at the convention center. There's hotels all the way around. I was responsible for my 1 hall in the convention center. And I made sure that I had enough money already. You know, we talk about this, enough money in the bank to pay for it, and then you get your money back. But that's what I do. I'm not going to stress myself out if they don't come, because even if it's 4, 5 teams, then we about to have us a funky ass good.
And I've said the same thing too. I never take my funds from one show and splurge it. Never. That's not my mentality, because I know I'm gonna have another show coming up. So I take a percentage of that, and then I put the other to the side to set me up for my next event. That's how I keep rolling over, and it's worked for me. This actually was the only hotel competition I had, because I was like, I'm not about to do that. But the fact that I've advertised it, and I said, okay, I didn't even realize it was on Mother's Day weekend. So I said, you know what? Maybe that's probably the issue. They're not.
I had an event Easter weekend in Chicago was packed on Easter Sunday.
And see, and I had I didn't have mine on Easter weekend. I had mine, yeah. But and that's what I said. It's. I think it goes to say people gonna register for who they want to register for, and that's just about.
Don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Just keep advertising your events. Keep advertising your events. Keep talking about your amenities and what you offer and what you're doing. And if you don't owe anybody an explanation, they're gonna come. I can't tell you how many times I've posted free registration shit for something I've done at Dollhouse. People don't come. I know the hair vendors and people that have hairstylists that sell classes, people don't buy. It's going to happen. It's gonna happen. It's okay. And I'm just telling you that because most people think that, she complains, no, I understand. But don't feel like you have to go live and even talk about this. Just let them know, hey, we didn't have the support that we needed for the event. We're gonna shift the event to another day. Fuck it. Move on. So I canceled Cincinnati. Yeah. My Cincinnati event was April 13th. It was last weekend. I canceled Cincinnati for multiple reasons. 1, Cincinnati registration had been up since October of last year. We only had 2 teams to register for the event. The school was not expensive. The school was beautiful. The location was great. Everything was nice. But also, for me, I am not a last minute person. I want my teams to have the opportunity to receive a refund and to be able to shift gears and go somewhere else. There was the 13th of April was a big day. There were competitions everywhere.
Oh yeah, because
my market is Ohio. But I feel like maybe it just wasn't the right time. So I canceled the event. I made sure that I maintained my relationship with the school. And I said, we're going to do this at another time. And I'm okay with that. Like I had a whole for my babies. And I had a whole set of events for them. And we had an event scheduled this weekend in DMV. I canceled 5 events. And I was okay with that because I said, you know what? I'm going to shift my focus because there's a lot of new teams that's out there. These new teams need quality events to compete at with quality judges, but with not so much of a Louis Vuitton cost. We have to bring the cost down. So if we expose them to something on this level so that they are prepared with quality judges, quality event, quality score sheets, quality. But on a low-ended price so that they can get exposed to it and let them build and grow with you. My teams that are coming to Book or Die, a lot of them are repeat customers. I have not always been able to give them the same love in return because the time that their events are, it's always the wrong time of year for us. March is an awful time. February and March is an awful time of year.
I'm seeing it, yeah.
Because that's my year that my kid. February is when the Dancing Dolls have registration and what am I trying to say? Auditions. March, seniors are leaving. Like the 23rd, Miss Cole got lucky with us coming to the Bay Area battle because it's our last year for our senior. Jaleesa got married. That threw us off. Like it just threw everything off. It's just a bad time of year for me. April is always jacked up. May, my kids are graduating from high school. They got recitals. They got tests. They got all kind of shit going on. So it's just bad. It's just bad, period. It's just bad. June, boot camp. But we plan for Book or Die in Texas in June. We plan for it. So they already know that it's coming. We plan for Brooklyn. My kids are off in July. Like, I don't see them. They be gone. MIA, July. So I don't see nobody. So when August starts back up, that's when we say, okay, what are we doing in the fall? I've tried to do Fall Brawl 2 years in a row to try to support Dance and Club Release event, but it always falls during the time where it's ACT, SAT, 9 weeks, 10. They got all kind of shit going on. And I'm just like, their academics is important. So I'm saying all of that to say, don't change anything that you're doing, but think about what other market can I tap into in this community to be able to give the type of event that I want to give. You might not get a Dancing Cloverleaf or a Tiger Red or a 3DOC or FRDT at every event. You may not get those, but it's okay because there's so many amazing teams out there. That group has over 20,000 people in it. I promise you, somebody is going to come, and it depends on the time of year, and you're not doing anything wrong. Just keep shifting. Yeah. And look at what works. It's like you go to a hairstylist. You know what works. You get your wigs put on. I get mine put on. Todd know how I like my curls to flip a certain way because, baby, like you get your nails done. You know what works. And you're in a valley right now. And that's why I said, I hear her. I said, oh my God, let me say something. Because you're in a valley right now. We all go through this. It be like this, and it's going to come like this. It's going to do like this, and it's going to come like this. And sometimes it's going to do like this. We all know this. With Dancing Dolls for 2 years. Dollhouse, COVID, fucked my business up, Jasmine. I went from 170-something kids in Atlanta to less than 50. I had so much that I had to deal with for 2 years. We're just now, our numbers, it's like we were like this. It stopped. Now we're kind of back. We're not even back where we were, but we're close. And I said, it's by God's grace. You got to get you a paddle and row that damn boat. You just got to keep going. Find other ways. You have so many other businesses. Just find other ways to do what you're doing. You're not doing anything wrong. We'll talk about other things that I know I'm going to do. Siki wanted to say, call her.
Okay, Key.
I have other things that I'm doing in my events that are bringing that hotel hospitality feel, but it's in a gymnasium, and you just got to find a way. I can't tell you on here but you just have to find a way. And I'm saying that because I don't want you to be discouraged. Be encouraged.
I mean, I think most of it, what happened was like, and I'm gonna say it, and it's not because they're white men. They were very understanding. It's just the fact that I'm having to like literally sit on this phone on this conference. And when I originally talked to the sales manager, I was excited. I was like, oh my gosh, we're coming back to Hyatt. I tried to do a competition in Dallas. I think it was not the right time. I ended up canceling Dallas. I said, I'm excited to come back to Dallas. I'm excited to, I've never thrown on a competition in Dallas. I've thrown on a competition one time, and that was in Houston. And that was really, really good. I said, but now I want to try to do Dallas because I do know that there's a lot of teams around Mesquite. There's a lot of teams, obviously even in Houston. So I said, I think it's going to be good. And then I put it out there, and it's just like a bite here, bite there. And so them men they're going to seem empathetic, but they don't want to hear that. They want to know, they want to know if the numbers is going to make sense. And if they don't, They're going to say, okay, then now we have to, charge your tuition. I can't be mad at that, but it's the thing that I'm like, do I really have the support? Do I really need to cancel this? I've pushed the show back. They're wanting a positive outlook by next week. If I don't have a positive outlook by next Friday to tell them, okay, we have 10 teams locked and ready to go. We're going forward. We're going with it. I just said 10 because I'm just like, I know with 10 teams, I know the amount of rooms I have under my block, 250 rooms. I know easy 244. I know easy I'll be able to, for those 3 days. But after this, if I don't pull this through, but if I do pull this through after this, I can't do no more hotel competitions because I just feel like I'm putting more out than I'm getting back. And I'm having a lot more responsibility versus you booking a high school, you booking a middle school, you booking a rec center. You don't have that much financial obligation. That's hard for me because I love the atmosphere when we walk into the ballroom. It just feels like it's like one of those shows, like it just.
But you can still give that same thing just in a different look. You saw my 20th anniversary that was in the gym.
Yeah.
I brought the stage. I brought the lights. I brought the fabulosity. I brought that with me. I couldn't have done that at a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't have done that at the Coliseum. It needed to feel warm, and we needed to be in there together. It needed to feel like, oh shit. You can still give those aha, oh shit moments in a gym. I could do exactly what I did in Texas if I want to. And I could do it in Columbia, South Carolina. I can do because I had another event that I was gonna do in Monroe, and I'm holding on there because all these fights and stuff. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna deal with it. Mm-hmm. But I can do the same thing somewhere. I have multiple venues that I can take what I did, boom, and put it right there. I don't have to be in a hotel. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Yeah. And it's not saying that they don't appreciate it because they absolutely do. I know I do. Yeah. And I'm not even there. And I appreciate it. So don't think that the teams don't appreciate it. Don't think that because we all, as a community, we all absolutely do. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I can speak for the people that are in my circle. We absolutely do love events like that. It's just that even down to like with a room being 149, 169, you put 4 people in a room. Some people just don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. And I think that the times are just changing. It may swoop back around. And that's why I said do one a year. Do one a year. Don't stress yourself out about it. But you're absolutely right. That overhead is freaking insane. The overhead is insane. There's nothing wrong with that.
And they're willing to work. Like I said, one of the options he said, well,
you think you're more embarrassed?
I think it's not
trying
only
to save face.
It's not only the embarrassment, it's that so basically what happens is before they even say, hey, we're going to take on this client, we're going to have her event here, we're going to give her the ballroom, because that's what they're giving me. Because she's able to lock in that. When they explained it to me, I couldn't argue with it. They said, we had this event planned since October of last year. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. That was 8 months. I've given the Majorette community 8 months of promotion. 8 months, and I only have one team to show for it. That's a problem for me.
That's a
8 months.
I feel like okay. I feel like you blame it, and that's the way.
It's not.
I'm on the outside. That's the way it goes. And you know, I'm gonna always tell you the truth. One thing about me, when we talk, I'm gonna tell you the truth. But that's the way it comes across. It comes across like that.
It may come across that, but I want it to be understood that when I do talk to coaches, this is what they're telling me. Jasmine, we need 6 to 8 months prior to your event. So when you give them 6 to 8 months and you don't see that, it goes back to, okay, well, damn.
Yeah, I understand that, but
so that's what I'm saying. Like the timing, I didn't even think it was the timing. It might have been the timing. I don't know.
But you gotta, but at the same time too, people change their mind.
They do, and they have
things happen within their teams within these months spans, and sometimes people just are not able. You know, because I even know with me, I could plan something a certain way and be like, okay, we're going to do boom, boom, boom. Last year, we had parades out the ass last year. Mm-hmm. I gave my parents a Google form for them to fill out the ones they cannot come to so that I knew how to plan. We get down to it, some of the events that I already paid for, one parade I paid $300 to register for. We ended up not being able to do it because we didn't have enough kids to go because something came up. Mm-hmm. We had from it was so many funerals last year. Oh my God, God bless my parents. It was a lot of things that happened last year with school, with family, with just personal lives and financials. People lost their jobs. A lot of things happened.
Mhm.
So we ended up not being able to go, but not just to one. It was like 3 or 4 that we couldn't make. And I understood. But that's why I said within that time, sometimes shit happens. We had auditions in Memphis. The numbers that we had in Memphis, they're not the same as they were a month ago. Because people's financials, they get excited and your money be moneying.
Yeah.
And then shit changes. So I understand the frustration, but don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. You just got to take that shit to the chin. You just got to take it to the chin and just say, well, guys, this is what happens. And not because and I think it'd be more the delivery than anything. It just, well, hey guys, well, we're going to have to cancel our show in Texas. We didn't have enough teams to register for the event, but we're going to schedule it for another day. And I guess that's maybe the political side of it for me, and the media training that I've gotten from being on Bring It. I just ain't gonna say nothing. Like even with Cincinnati, I didn't make a big post about it. I just canceled it. I just went into my back office, refunded the teams at registration. I had the conversation directly with them in scene, told the school in scene, move on. Because my thing is, if people were so about it, they would have asked me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I just keep promoting. I just keep promoting, and just let it chips fall where they may. Sometimes events are great and sometimes they're not. So, but I'm gonna jump out, but I just wanted to encourage you. You know, what was you gonna say? Do I feel what?
I said, do you feel as though, because we did have a conversation with some colleagues of mine, whereas before in a lot of the majorette groups, when we would post the flyer, it would be a shit ton of emails. People were really interested and excited. And now it's like you barely get an email posted. Like, I don't know, how did that play part? Like, is it, that's why I said, I feel like there's something going on within our majorette community.
I think that a lot of people are sick of the fights and the drama and the ignorance at some events. And I'm not saying that that's your event, and maybe they could be potentially resistant because of the things that are happening at these events. And again, they know that it doesn't happen at your event. They know that. But I think still there could potentially be some resistance there. Also, too, a lot of teams are afraid. Well, I'm on the outside looking at it, I don't know. A lot of teams are afraid to post their emails underneath these flyers because they don't want other people to know that they're coming because of whatever the reason. I know I'm not posting.
I can see that too. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm not doing it. So that's the reason why for Diana, I create a Google form and I let them do it anonymously. And they fill out the Google form and they click the city that they want to go to. And I have their email addresses and everything. And I email them the packets directly. If you're interested, click the link. Simple. And move on. And now, because I'm not, but that way you don't have to collect all of those emails and anybody sees all that. Because people think that when they do that, it shows a lot of interest. See, Molly said, honestly, I only register for comps with the people who I know that's throwing the competition. And that's me. Like, if it's not somebody that I know that's throwing it, I'm not coming. As I've tried to do events for other people and I sit and I'm just shaking my head. And even if I've judged your event or I've seen great feedback, because I talk to Tyrus about everything. So if I've judged your event and I've seen your event, then I will, go to the event if I know that, okay, I've seen it. Now I can turn around and bring my team there. Like the Unique Purpose event in New Orleans, I would take the Dancing Dolls today. It was very well ran. So I was like, at certain events that I see, I would go because I'm like, oh, the shit's well put together. Oh, I can go to this. And then just said, some people also want to admit that they don't have the structure or the finances to compete in other states right now. And that, Joshua, now you just said a word right there. A lot of people are also intimidated by these top brand and top name events simply because they're like, okay, I am not an FRDT. I am not a 3DLC. I am not a Black Ice. I am not a Tiger Red. I'm not a DCL. You know what I mean? I'm not a Fire Red. I'm at the Fire Red this weekend. Oh, shit. I am not an Astronaut Fleet. I am not an Empire. You know what I mean? I'm not these teams. What's the name of the team? Oh my God, Dangerous. I forget their full team name. But it's like some people are just like, even down to like Damian Grotte's team. That shit's intimidating. So they don't want to show up to events and they feel like, oh my God, I cannot, my uniform, my hair and my makeup. Oh my God, what do I do? Like, I'm not that team. What do I do? Like, they could potentially be intimidated by that. And that's why I tell people, don't put DD4L on your flyer. If we coming, we coming.
Yeah.
I told you that.
Yeah.
Don't put us on your flyer because it's not about the numbers. I always post like the week before we getting ready to come myself, but I don't say anything because I know that we can be intimidating to other teams, and I don't want that. And oh, Donnie, you think you're all that? We are. I know my name, my brand. But my team is growing just like everybody else. We rebuild every year. We have new girls come and go. We just lost 11 seniors. So we're rebuilding our team right now. So I'm very specific and intentional about where I'm taking the girls because I want them to do it. It's not about winning for me. I'm past, I can buy them trophies. I got trophies sitting right there. I don't care about that. So I'm saying that people might do that. That may be another reason.
So
and Joshua made a good ass point.
You care more about and what I'm hearing, and this is what I just want to make sure I'm clear so everybody understands. What I'm hearing you say is that you care more about the experience that your dancers will receive going to a competition. The trophies really should not play a factor into the overall experience that you guys will receive.
Well, no, the trophies matter too because I'm not going for a trophy that's this big.
Right. But I'm saying as far as in like
as far as winning.
As far as winning.
Oh, for me, I'll give them.
Yeah.
I've never cared about that. It's never been that for me. I've never cared about that. I've always wanted my kids to be in an environment that's safe, an environment that's fun and family friendly, an environment where everybody, it's like a big ass house party. We just in here finna dance, bow, and get score sheets. I want to have fun. I don't want to go to an event where I feel like I got to fight my way up out of there. I don't want to go to an event where the DJ speakers sound like this and I can't hear. I don't want to go to an event like that. I want to go to an event where the host is fun, where the venue is clean, the venue is nice, the show is well ran, the people there are having a good time. I just want to go for an experience. I don't want to go and feel like, oh shit, are they gonna be shooting in the parking lot or shanking people in the bathroom? Like I don't want to go to events like that. And if I see certain teams on the list, remember I told you that before. Shirts, okay, thank you. I don't want to go to an event where I see certain teams on the list and I know they've been at other events. That's why I be asking you because I ain't going. I wouldn't care. My parents will change them flights in a minute. Because I'm not going to put them in that type of situation where I feel like now I done did that. So no, that's facts. Like I don't. But
I just wanted to ask because I do feel like a lot of people only come for that reason, and a lot of people only go for like even the other night when we was on the live about the situation that happened in Florida. He flat out said, "Oh, we come to his show even though we know his show is."
They like him though.
No. But what they said was they like us the amount of money they can potentially win. That's when I reiterated the question. I said, well, we all know that you guys don't get even a percentage of what you spent, but you want to go where they're giving out the most money.
Everybody's different. Maybe you should do a poll. This wig is itching in this spot. Maybe you should do a poll. It just asks, when you go to an event, what are you looking for? What are the top 5 things, or what is the number one thing that's important to you? And let them answer. You can do a poll on your page. You can do a poll on your Instagram. You know that you post now. You can do a Google poll if you want it to be private. You know what I mean? What are some of your favorite cities to do events in? I mean, to come to an event and just see. You guys, sometimes you got to just ask. I just know that my brand pulls a specific way, so I'm only going to go to certain locations. My husband and I talked about this about a month or so ago. He was telling me about the type of events that I throw. So that's why I limited the training camps to these. If you're going to come, you're going to come. This is where I am. If you're going to come, you're going to come. Because I know I've made friends with the venues. I've made friends with the security there. I know what the venue looks like. That's what we can. The event that I have in Texas, we were there last year. We had an amazing experience. I enjoyed the basketball coach. I made friends with security, child, police. We had a good ass time. And it wasn't a big event. We had 3 teams in a training camp. I didn't care. We're going back because I like the school. Right. So I'm like, so we've already booked the school. And I'm like, I just find venues that I just think are nice. And I keep going back. Norfolk State, the holding area for the teams wasn't large enough. We needed more space. The gym is gorgeous, but we needed more space. We didn't have enough space, so I can't go back there. Borough of Manhattan Community College, the security wasn't what it was supposed to be. The space was not big enough for the type of pool that we have in New York, so we're looking for something else. So I mean, it's you just have to find the locations that fit what you're trying to do. I'm not saying don't do the hotels. I'm not saying don't do the arenas. I'm not saying that. But you got to figure out which market works for you. Find one and do maybe one large one like that. I'm just telling you my game plan and what I'm doing. Because I want my teams to have a great experience. I want them to have fun. I want it to be one of these type of events where you're like, oh shit, I got to go back every year. That's why
the type of experience that I feel like I know I provide. That's not just like even with the situation China. I know me and her going to end up having to talk. Just being transparent because I know the type of experience that her parents expect, and I know what type of feedback the parents gave me even coming to the show this last time. They said out their mouth, your shows make it hard for us to go to anybody else's show because of how we're treated, because of how the experience we receive. Because
you can still do the same thing, not in a hotel.
Yeah, right. And that wasn't at a hotel. That, as you know, that was at Dillard. That was at the university. So I know that it's more over, like I said, the biggest thing is how the experience that you get. It don't have to be an hotel. I don't have to never go back to a hotel. I'm perfectly fine hosting. And it kind of felt weird when I started doing the schools because I was like, me being a hotel on carpet, I just felt a little bit more intimate with the crowd. But
it felt bougie.
It definitely did. And it gave me like, okay, but I had to come out of myself and like, okay, you know what? It's not always going to
You can still do the same thing. What you may have to do, let me just gonna tell you, what you may have to do. You're gonna have to invest in the outside amenities, and you're gonna have to drop about $3,000 or $4,000 on getting all the other stuff that you need, from your pop-ups to your expandables, to your tablecloths, all of your everything. If you want it to feel like it's grand when they walk in, get a balloon artist and have a balloon artist do the balloon information in the front. Get you a step and repeat. But you're going to be able to put those things away and take them to every event that you go to. Mm-hmm. I ship my stuff. If I know I'm going to an event, I put all my stuff in UPS boxes, FedEx boxes. I go to FedEx. They know me now at this point. I walk in, I got one of them cards, and I ship all of my stuff to these events. She don't have to do that, Tanya, because that's extra money. She don't have to get no event planner. She know what she wants. Spending money to give somebody something that you can do yourself, that's not an entrepreneur's dream. You want to do it yourself. So knowing that, I'm telling you what I do, because I ain't paying no event planner to do events like that. Now, if it's going to be a big event, I paid Taisha Stewart, owner of Premier Events, to help me with the 20th anniversary. I paid Dave Miller, who was my tour manager, to help put all this stuff together, because they have the pool and they know the people to go get it done. Plus, I live in a different state and I didn't want to fucking do it.
Yeah.
But they knew Taisha was on the ground. That event was huge. It was massive. So there was no way that I could have done that. My normal events, like I do with Buck or Die, my competitions, I can do those, on my own. But you can get in and do what I just said: tablecloths, banners, pop-ups, all your trophy tables, all the little extra little zoos and wham-whams. Mm-hmm. But whatever you want. If you want your team to have gift boxes, pom-poms, the way, if you want them to have the gift, whatever. You can have your team area set up where there's amenities. You can have a hospitality room, one of the classrooms set up to where everything is removed from the classroom. Pipe and drape that bitch off. Wrap the whole shit in black pipe and drape. When you can rent that stuff right when you get there. That way you ain't got to take that with you. Set it up like you want it to be set. You can do the same thing. You want a red carpet, go buy you one.
Yeah.
Roll that bitch out in the hallway if that's what you want. Get the carpet with your logo on it. It's so much you can do. And now you own it. And you ain't renting it. Mm-hmm. You can take the hotel with you everywhere you go. Put the hotel, roll that hotel up, put the hotel in your suitcase, ship it back to your house, put it in storage. All right, put the hotel out. You can do whatever you want to do. You can change your event and call it Hotel Jasmine. Mm-hmm. Welcome to Hotel Jasmine. Like whatever it's so many ways to market and shift it. And when I talk about stuff like this, I talk to myself all the time because I'm like, girl, okay. So what can we do differently? How can we make it this? I'm always constantly thinking about how to reinvent myself every single day. And you can do the same thing.
Yeah.
You can do the same thing. Everybody can't do a big event. It ain't for everybody.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
Because like the Tiger West event, it's at the Memphis Sports Complex. Mm-hmm. We had auditions there. That place is big as fuck.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
It's almost $10,000 for the side that they getting. 10 stacks for one day. I know. Because I was going to rent it for auditions, but that didn't make sense to me. Because we didn't have that many kids auditioning. And I was like, I'm not going to spend all that money. But for the type of event that he's going to have, I could see it. But that's my thing. It's not a hotel. Mm-hmm. The venue is beautiful. It's not a hotel. They got 15 courts on one side. Upstairs, downstairs, bathroom. They got a freaking pool. They got everything over there. It's beautiful. So venues like that, Hotels down the street. Found you one. The Airbnb that we found down the street. I paid $500 for the Airbnb for 3 days. Shit.
And that's why I say, even with that, I feel like that is also a given, because when I went to New Orleans, and I just, good thing my judges, we're very close knit with each other and my staff, so it wasn't an issue for me to be at a hotel. But I had to get a Airbnb because I was like, the amount of money I would spend on getting each and everybody a hotel per night, it would only make sense that everybody has their own separate area in the Airbnb. So I get it. It's just, I think it's just that hearing that, like I said, just coming down to it, hearing that conversation.
You see what Josh said? Hotel Showtime, where the events feel like home. Boom, there your slogan.
Mm-hmm. That's
bow, bow. I'm just saying, like it's something you just have to rebrand.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta reinvent yourself, man. Baby, that's why I be changing wigs, curly, side part, middle part, bob, short pants, long pants, high heel tennis shoes, bitch. Right. I'm gonna reinvent myself every week, every month, every year.
Yeah, I think that just having to come up with something that's a little bit more, I don't.
But be encouraged. Just be encouraged. You're not the only person that goes through valleys. People just don't always talk about their stuff out loud. Mm-hmm. People are not transparent enough to share the behind the scenes of what they go through to put together. That's why I love the Renaissance movie. I went to watch it and to see the behind the scenes. I was like, Beyonce, let them know, sis. Like I see it. I see it. Yeah. Listen what Kiwana said. Some teams don't pay attention to the benefits of the hotel. They don't see it because it's all about. I use my husband as an example. He's over in the AU girls basketball team. They don't stay at hotels unless it's a pay to play for the event. Airbnbs, it's cheaper. You can get an Airbnb with 14 bedrooms and spend $1,000. And you put 14 bedrooms. There's 2 to a room. 28 people in one room. $1,000 divided by 28. It beats a hotel every time. Mm-hmm. They don't, and it's not saying, again, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. I'm gonna keep saying that because it ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah, it ain't nothing wrong with it. And I keep telling you, and I know that sometimes we also need to be reminded, because I have to be reminded too. My best friend only be in my ass, bitch. Don't be blah, 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 blah. My husband like, okay, so when you done crying, you let me know, because I can't talk to you like this. You always got to have somebody that's gonna tell you, and when me and you talk, I'm always saying, now, Jazz, you wrong there.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I said it was more very much so of I wanted people to understand, in case they don't know, this shit is hard. It's not that it's not this having to have a conversation with their corporate. Some people's not going to understand that. It was the director of sales and his boss that I had to humble, and I had to literally tell him, I don't know what's going on. This is something I have not seen. I really want this to go forward.
Yep.
What other options we have? I had to
sit and have dinner with the two in Orlando and tell them to their face. So, but it's like that. This is a part of business that people don't see. And this is a part of what makes you different, and it's going to keep you strong in the midst of all of it. And I'm saying it because I've been there. Yeah. Like I've been there, and I know what that's like. And you spend so much money and just hopes. And I know people are, even in our community, there are a lot of last minute ticket buyers. Like even Coriel just responded. It's hard, but you got to do it anyway because it's bigger than you. It is. But Coriel knows we were supposed to have an event in St. Louis. We had lots of issues with our event in St. Louis the second year. The first year was amazing. Second year we had issues. We haven't been back since. It don't mean I'm not coming back to St. Louis. It just meant that wasn't the time and that wasn't the place. We're going to regroup and come back because I have other ways that I'm going to market it and what I'm going to do for 2025. But for 2024, this is where I am. Yeah. I didn't even have a preliminary this year. My my training camp competitions, all of those are my preliminaries. Texas is my regionals, and Brooklyn is going to be my nationals. That's it. You got to remember too, our community is still being introduced to all of this. Preliminary, regionals, nationals, per dancer fees. This is still very new to us. On the cheer side and on the dance side, on that side, they get it. Yeah. Because it's the norm. It's just the way it's always been. So on this side of things, it's still very, very new. And they're still trying to be like, well, why do I need to pay a registration fee? Why do I need to do this? And why do I deserve a hotel room? Why do I deserve a ballroom? Why should I expect tower trophies? Why should I expect banners? I'm just good with this. No, you should expect bigger and better, because it's going to make everybody else do it, but it's going to take time. It's not going to come overnight. It's not going to be change. It's not something that is implemented right away. And you already know that. That's the reason why there ain't no federation and no association, baby. Y'all been nothing the word fuck out of me.
I promise.
I launched Majorette University.
I promise.
Jasmine, I launched Majorette University. What happened to it? I only had 15, 20 people to register for it. The 15, 20 people got that first month of experience, and I shut it down. Because I have 1,000 of these in my house. They stacked up downstairs. You think that I'm about to get rid of it? I know you fucking lying.
Mm-hmm.
I have something else that I'm about to do with these.
Yeah.
Because I already know what's coming next year.
Mm-hmm.
But the association is going to take people willing to buy into it and understanding that it's a need for it. And when they get tired of swinging out of a competition, when they get tired of fighting at events, when they get tired of the lackluster rules and the disrespect, they'll come around.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with who supports me. I love everybody. New teams, they just know when they pull up at a Booker Dot, listen, don't come with that bullshit. Mm-hmm. Because I tell my security, we are like a jewelry store. Everybody gets them bracelets.
Yeah.
The handcuffs are for everybody. I'm pressing charges. So don't come with that stupidity. Plus, that's not what we should not walk into an event even thinking or even feeling like that. But unfortunately, that's just where we are. Unfortunately, it's not gonna stay like this forever.
Yeah.
I don't believe that either. I believe that my new TV show with the peak that's coming, and there's other shows that's being launched off of this one show that's coming. It's all for us. It's all for us. Mm-hmm. And the Brandon TV believes you got another platform. They may not be Lifetime, but they got Emmys.
Yeah.
They've been nominated for Grammys. And they believe in what I'm doing. They see it. You got people that love what we do. So don't be discouraged. You see what she said? Please don't be mad at the Texas area. Now they committed and pulled out. That's just a different story. That's just the way it is. I got teams that are competing at Booker Dot. I've invited and given bids to come, and they're coming. You know what I mean? But they're not all from Texas. So many teams in Texas. I'm not mad at anybody. Mm-hmm. Even like Explosive is right there in the city. I love Sharkeetha. That's my big booty Judy, honey. Mm-hmm. Even if she can't come, I'd love to have her team come and just special guest, or even come and she sit on the judges panel because she's very qualified. You know, like it's just you're gonna be fine. Like you're gonna be fine. Like that. I know it sucks because we it's like you can't want it more than they want it for themselves. You can't want it more, and there's nothing wrong with that. The teams are going to come. All right. See what she said? They'll catch on, but you got to stick to it and stay. Eventually, the imposters will fall. They're going to come. I even go through this even with my parents. I got people that send emails and they don't realize how antagonistic they are in the email. And I just kind of sit and I just pause. And I say, you know what? I'm not arguing with nobody. Mm-hmm. I'm not stressing myself out. You don't owe anybody an explanation. So stop feeling like you need to explain yourself. Because you don't. You're not doing anything wrong. But I'm going to jump off. You do you. Don't be stressed. It's all right. You're doing great. Suck it up. Like you say, suck it up, buttercup. Suck it up.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll start. All right. Thanks. Bye. All right. So I feel a little bit better, you guys. Diana, she came on. It's still hard. It's still hard. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that this week will be a big turnaround because I don't want to cancel the Dallas competition. I really want the Dallas competition to go forward. July 13th to the 4th, June 13th to the 14th. I'm going to do all I can to try to get these 10 teams in by next week. I'm going to do all I can because, again, I don't want to cancel the show. I want the show to go forward. I want this to be an amazing show. I want this to be an amazing turnaround time. I want to be able to prove to this hotel that the reputation and the background that I have with them and the good rapport that I have with them is going to sustain itself. So I'm going to try my hardest to do everything I possibly can to be able to make this happen. It's going to be a phenomenal show. I just got to push it. I just got to push it a little bit harder. So, again, for those that are in the Texas region, those that are in the Oklahoma region, surrounding areas, Louisiana, if you guys are looking for an amazing competition to attend to, Dallas is free. It's open. Its registration is open. I've taken registration to $125 per team. So I really want you guys to come through. I don't want to cancel the show. I don't want to cancel it. I want this show to go forward, and I want it to be amazing. And I need you guys to assist with making sure that happens. So, yes, that's pretty much what I have to say. I appreciate all of the amazing encouragement in the comment section, you guys. I think I kind of just beat myself up a little bit today because I want so much. I want to be able to say, Jasmine, I've overcome this. I know what it feels like. Y'all, this is business. I get it. I know what it takes. I know what it takes to put on an amazing event. I know how much investment it takes to throw on a competition and to be able to give these babies a safe place for them to be able to compete at. I owe it to the Majorette community to give you guys everything I possibly could for an experience. But it's still, sometimes I feel like it's not enough. So I do need sometimes those encouragements to say, you know what, you ain't doing nothing wrong. Diana definitely encouraged me. Josh, thank y'all for everybody in the comments. Kiwana, thank y'all for being the encouragement that I need, because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Y'all do not understand. Some of y'all may not never get it. Y'all don't understand how hard it is to have to sit there and put yourself in the most humbling spot, to be able to talk to people and tell them, I'm going to do what I can, but it's a possibility we may have to switch some things around. It's just hard. And I want to still have that same momentum. I want to be able to have that conversation with them next week and tell them, you know what? You guys, I was able to make it happen. We got 10 amazing teams coming to the city. Let's make it happen. Let's make it do what it do. I want that feedback. I want to be able to give that that feedback to. They're trusting me. They're putting all of he's like, I'm not going to lose faith in you, Jasmine. I know you guys are going to be able to pull this apart. And it's not necessarily saying about the money. It's not even necessarily about saying that, but money plays a big part in it. It plays a factor in it, because at the end of the day, a contractual agreement is just what it is, contractual. And I have to buy what's in the contract. And I just have to make sure it goes forth, and it has to make sense. It has to make sense. So I'm praying. It actually is 9 teams, because I already have a team registered. So I'm really just needing 9 amazing teams to come through and sell that entire. I want us to sell that entire block out. It's 244 rooms on the line that I have to fulfill. And I want to be able to give them that information by next week. I want them to be able to say, you know what? You did what you were supposed to do. You put your best foot forward, and now we can go ahead and move on with the contract. Let's get ready for the June competition. I want to hear those words. I don't want to hear no disappointing news next week. I don't. So like I said, for all of the teams that's in Texas, that's in Oklahoma, that's in Louisiana, I need you guys to push through. I just need 10 teams. That's it. I just need 10 teams. If I can't get to the 10 teams by next week, I'm going to have to cancel that show. And like I said, we've already invested too much money into even having to cancel it. So I need those that's out there. If y'all touch and agree, y'all put me on y'all prayer list tonight, because I do feel like it's going to happen. Maybe this is what was needed. I don't know. But whatever God sees fit is just going to have to happen. I'm just going to have to accept it. And he's going to always provide. So I have to remain optimistic. I have to remain positive. I have to remain faithful, because I have been faithful. I've been faithful to the Majorette community. I have put in my time so many years. I have did exactly what I was supposed to do. And I make sure that the things that I talk about on my podcast all the time, I make sure that I don't do those things, because I know there are people out there that wanting to see me fail. And I can't give those people the satisfaction, because I refuse to. It's not that failure is not going to be an option for me. Sometimes we get discouraged. And today was my discouragement. I was very transparent with you guys, because I wanted you guys to understand how serious this is, how much this definitely means a lot for this to go forward. I had to let you guys understand what it was I was facing. so y'all could understand a little portion of, okay, this is serious. We have to make sure we come through. And like I said, I've even taken it to the point where I've taken away the per dancer fee. Team registration is a flat $125. I have not did a team registration $125 at all ever for the past almost 10 years. So for me to have to even humble myself and say, you know what, I'm willing to take the registration down just to go ahead and get those teams in. Guess what? I have to do what I have to do. And that's what I did. So I'm just going to push the show continuously this next week. I'm going to push until I can't push anymore. I'm going to push the show because I do feel like it's going to happen. I'm just going to push the show. So again, the competition, for those that are wanting to know, this is open to new teams and pro teams. The competition is June the 14th through the 15th, 2024. The hosting hotel will be at the Hyatt Regency Dallas Fort Worth International Airport, located at 2334 North International Parkway, Dallas, Texas 75261. We have a mini division, we have a combined division, and we also have a adult division. Registration is $125 per team. So if you guys will be so kind, if y'all can, I will also post this on my wall. If y'all know of any Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana teams that potentially may be wanting to register for a competition June the 14th to the 15th, that would be absolutely amazing. June 14th will be the adult division and the new division. And then June 15th will be the pro division and the award ceremony. So again, you guys, please make sure you guys do me the favor and let's try to get these teams registered. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate, again, the amazing encouragement. We're going to see what happens. We'll see you guys next time.
T stands for teaching, E stands for educating, and A stands for bringing awareness. And that's exactly what we are doing. Somebody put me in beef flat because I feel like I'm about to go there.